Good. Okay, so it looks like I am live, and it does not look like it's doing this stupid crap this time. Hopefully this freaking thing doesn't act up. So now I'm just going to wait for people to come in here again. And
chapter?
You can if you want, but when you said it was doing something, there's a little sound meter down here in the bottom that was like pegged clear to the very last part, so I knew there was a problem. Because normally it hangs around the first or second dot, depending on how loud I'm talking. So hopefully, hopefully everything will be fine this time. Lord. Shut this down.
No, I gotta wait for you to hit the button.
I already hit the button.
It's not showing that you're live. It just says waiting for Corey Random Guy.
What the hell is going on?
See?
Well,
So it says waiting for Corey Random Guy.
did you do the newest one?
Yeah. The one that just came in. Oh, there it goes. 4 people are on.
I was going to say, I know I'm live right now. Oh, there we go. Yep, and we're back. Okay, you want to turn your phone down before we have echo. Thank you. Okay, I do not know what in the hell happened with my microphone, but it just went absolutely berserk. Oh man, I love technology. It just makes me want to have all the technology in the world. Just kidding, by the way. So anyway, I don't even know where we were. I do have a thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate that. Shows I only have 2 people in here now. I don't.
We still have 4.
I don't get it, man. This thing is so freaking wonky. It doesn't tell me exactly how many people are actually watching this thing. I mean, my wife has to watch it, and sometimes her thing shows 0 when I show 10 on mine. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I think YouTube needs to get their crap straightened around or something. So, anyway, I did just make an actual video. I need to edit it and put it up, just in case. Yeah, you would think they would figure it out by now, but somebody's sleeping behind the desk and they're not figuring it out.
And David shows 1. I have 4, you have this many, and he has 1.
Okay, so David just went ahead and commented and said it shows 1 on his. The wife shows 4 on hers, and currently I am showing 2 on mine. So YouTube, seriously, guys, get your stuff figured out. This is not kosher at all. We can't be having this crap. So anyway, the show must go on, right? 2 likes. Awesome. You guys keep smashing that like button.
I still have 4. You and David have 2.
Yeah. No, David has 1. Oh,
no,
he says I have 2 now. All right, cool. And there's also a delay between you and me, which is really weird.
Yeah, I see it way before you.
Good Lord. So anyway, let's move on. Like I was saying, I did just make a video explaining the little FRS radio, what I was wrong on, and the comments that I said, or that I was trying to find earlier. I actually have a screenshot of them, so you guys will be able to see that in that video. When I get done with the live here, I'm going to edit the thing and get it up. But here live, I'm just going to go ahead and start over because I might as well. If you guys see these radios, this is a Cobra. It's a Cobra something. I don't remember the model number of this thing, but it shows it has 40 channels. Okay, great. and the wife's getting ready to go yell at kids. So be prepared for that, because here it goes. Okay. So anyway, we all know that these little radios, I don't know if you guys have seen them, but this particular model has 40 channels. All right. Well, one guy commented, I think it was a few months ago or whatever, and I was trying to do some research on it and stuff like that to see if I was wrong or he was wrong. He was right. I was right. It didn't matter. This is a learning game with these things. And it turns out he was right. Okay. Just because it shows past 22 does not mean it's going beyond channel 22 on FRS. And what that means is that when it shows, let's just say channel 23, okay? And you look down here in the corner, you see where it says 0. Yeah. See it says 0? Okay, that is actually the privacy tone selection. Now, when you go past channel 22, you'll see those numbers down here jump up or move around or whatever the further you go up. What it is actually preset privacy tones from the factory, which you can change relatively easy. These things are stupid simple. And that's all it is just basically preset stuff. That's it. It never goes beyond the actual frequency of FRS. Now, we all know back in 2007, they changed from 14 channel to 22 channel on FRS. From channels 15 to 22, it shares a GMRS frequencies. But you still don't need a license for these because of the fact that FRS and GMRS share those channels. So 15 through 22, good to go. So I was wrong, and that's okay, because we're all here to learn, right? Now, if you guys do get these radios here are actually really, really good radios. However, the batteries suck. The rechargeable batteries suck. So what I would recommend, and these are, what are these? The NIMH batteries. I don't know exactly what those are, but they suck. They're junk. They're garbage. I do not like them. I constantly have to have these things on the charger in order for it to hold a charge. Right now it shows full, and I have not transmitted on it yet. And I just transmitted that time, and it still shows full. So, I mean, these batteries are okay for a little bit, but honestly, if you're going to be running them like I do, they're junk. I would just, when you get these, just put those batteries away for emergency use only, and get some better ones to put in here. Basically save them for a backup. I also would recommend these. Now, I'm gonna tell you now, these things here, they're starting to get looked down upon because people are being stupid with them. They're being dumb. In fact, I do believe, from what I have read, over there in Europe, they have actually banned these. These are banned over there, and I do believe that the U.S. is going to try to jump on that bandwagon, only not go that far. They're going to try to get to the point to where you have to have a license, a ham license, to buy these. That's just rumor. I do not know if that's true. I hope to God it's not. But before that actually goes into effect, if it's the actual case, I'm going to be buying a lot more of these. Because these are actually really good radios. I mean, shit, I have beat this thing. I have, bent the antenna. These things are almost bulletproof. And they're cheap. I mean, who could go wrong with that? But if you do get those radios, even though they are programmable to basically FRS, or not FRS, well, they can be. Do me a favor, if you guys get those radios, be responsible with them. Don't do anything stupid with them. Don't jump on your local fire and EMS if they haven't gone to digital and start screwing with them like some people are in the United States from what I have been reading. And that's the reason why the United States is trying to ban them unless you have a ham license to buy them. So, how's it going, Gerald? I hope you're feeling better. So that's one thing that I was gonna do. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, the ICOM 7300. Yeah, that thing has got a hell of a lot more power. And you know what? This ICOM 720A, I've peaked it around 150 watts. Okay, and technically you're not supposed to be using that on 11 meter bands, but you know, knock back the power, you'll be fine. But basically, just be responsible with them. That's all I'm asking. Be responsible with them. Don't be dumb with them. And for the love of God, if you do not have a license to get on GMRS or ham, don't get on those radios and start screwing with those people, because that's just not right. Okay? And yes, I actually use the ICOM 720A as a listening tool anyway, because of the fact it gets down into the shortwave stuff. Like your, I think it's like 7 megahertz or something like that. There's all kinds of interesting stuff on 7 megahertz, which is pretty cool. So I use that for listening because honestly, the only thing that it has going for it is the sideband capabilities of that radio. AM completely freaking sucks. Just sucks. AM sucks. And it does not have FM. It does have CW, but I haven't tried it. Of course, I don't know Morse code. It has the RTTY as well, and I'm not sure. I think that's like a data thing or something like that. I don't freaking know. But anyway, I use it for listening mostly. I think all in all, the RCI 2950DX actually wins the showdown between the both of them. So, the frequency range of the Marine radio is, I'm not sure. I mean, it's pre-programmed with the Marine frequencies of the United States. I don't know exactly what those frequencies are, but I'm going to get one to put up as listening. Now, technically, you're not supposed to be using them on land. A lot of people out there that do. So, I mean, it'd be kind of interesting to see what's out there on the Marine band around here anyway.
I have 6 now since I refreshed.
As far as a VHF, UHF programmable base station radio that I will be looking into is an Anytone 778 UV. Okay. I found one that was actually relatively cheap. It only puts out about maybe 25 watts, and that's really about the only thing you need anyway. Now, that radio is going to be on its own antenna, and then, of course, the Marine radio is going to be on its own antenna. So both of those are gonna work very well. Now, by the time I'm done, this house is going to look like a freaking porcupine, right? And that's okay. Oh, I'm also going to be replacing the Shakespeare Big Stick. The Shakespeare Big Stick has got to go. That thing is a pile of crap. In fact, I think, let me check. Let me see something here. My SWRs are up a little bit. They're sitting at like a 1.4, and that's without the amp on. If I were to turn on the amp, it would sit probably around a 2.1, 2.2. And that's on the Cobra 19 Plus on that antenna. And the antenna is not adjustable, so.
That's funny. I thought that's how you really feel about a big stick.
Yeah, that thing is a fucking pile of crap, dude. It is junk. It's falling apart. It's flaking. When it gets really cold outside, the SWRs go higher. I haven't checked it when it got rained on or anything, so I honestly don't know. But the thing that bothers me the most about it is it's non-tunable. I do not like that. So I'm going to get something else to replace it with. I've been looking at the Tram 1498s. There's also another thing out there that's just like the A99. It's called the PT99 from Walcott Radio. And I don't think they're that expensive. I think with the ground plane kit, I think they're like $100. I mean, you can pick those up all day long for that cheap. Which I might even go ahead and get another antenna or two from them, those models, if I decide to go that route. And if it performs really well, I might order one or two or maybe even three more of them, just to have as backup, you know. Huh? Yes, I know it does. I can see it on this end too. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this camera. And this camera didn't start doing this until after we moved.
Looks like it's time to upgrade.
Just garbage. I don't get it.
Now you just like completely flashed.
Just junk. Technology is so much fun. It makes me want to have every piece of technology in this world. No, it's not fun. Hi, Nugget. How are you? Come here. Come here.
Are you gonna make your debut over there with Daddy?
Allie, come here. Hey, Mama. Come here. Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? Huh? Want to say hi to everybody? Say hello. Say hello.
She's just over here rolling around.
Yeah, she was going crazy.
Mom don't feel good. Oh, look at the jump on her. She looks so cute on camera.
I honestly don't know what it is. It didn't get, as far as I know. Well, I guess it could have rattled around in the box, but I don't know. This thing, it's just junk. It's garbage. Ugh. You know, they charge so much for cheap crap. It's ridiculous. Like, perfect example, that little Cobra that I got from Walmart, that Cobra CB radio. That thing was on the air maybe once or twice. And now it just sounds like utter garbage. And it didn't get banged around, didn't get nothing. It just sat on a shelf after I got done using it, because I wasn't for sure what exactly I was going to do with it yet. And it just sounds like utter freaking garbage. So, I don't know. Plans for the Crown Victoria. I'm sure you guys are interested to hear about the Crown Vic and what my plans are for it. Alright, so we do know that the Crown Victoria's transmission is dead. Right? Still got first and second gear in reverse, although I'm not going to drive it like that. We also know that it's going to cost right around $2,500 to get that transmission rebuilt. And that's with the stock parts. That's not including all the fixes that it would take for this transmission to actually last longer than 160 or 150 to 180 miles. Now, I was looking into a 5-speed swap. Yes. Lots of people are doing it because the transmissions that they put in these cars apparently are just utter garbage. Okay? I do not understand why they would just make it like that. I just don't know. Now, there's an interesting comment that just came in. It said it's more than the car's worth. Honestly, both of my Crown Victorias are sentimental to me. Okay? And that's the reason why I'm willing to dump a bunch of money into them. Okay? The 03, before I bought it, one of my great friends worked on it because he worked at the shop where this car was sitting in a car lot. And this guy was a freaking genius behind everything he did. I mean, he was deaf, but he could hear. I guess he actually used feel to see what was wrong. Okay? Well, that 03, he fixed it up, made sure that it was going to run really well for me before I bought it. So that car right there has sentimental value to me. I'm willing to dump a bunch of money into it. Now, how's it going, Justin? Happy New Year. 1985 Shooting Star. Getting skipped from Canada. Better than all this electrical noise. I hear you. I haven't even turned up the radio. Is there a skip going on right now? Nothing here. Just dead here. 38 lower sideband. Way off in the distance. I'm hearing that way off in the distance. So skip is not fully here yet. Now, as far as the 2008 goes, the 2008 is also a car that I really like. I don't know what it is about it, but I do want to keep it around. And if I'm going to be dumping money into it, $2,500 for rebuilding the transmission, I might as well just do the 5-speed swap on it that I want. I could have all kinds of fun in that thing. Now, I do need a parts list. See, I'm with you right there. I would go get a freaking transmission from a junkyard, but again, I don't trust them either. Because who knows? Maybe the transmission has the same damned issue that this one has. Who knows? That's why I don't trust them. I would rather just drop a 5-speed in the thing and call it good. Now, there's a bunch of videos out there where people have done 5-speed swaps on these cars. And super awesome. Yeah, exactly. Do all the work and that transmission may not be any good at all. But the 5-speed swaps on these things apparently is really easy to do. There is a couple of companies out there that actually make the brake and clutch pedal assembly for those cars. And it's just bolt-in from when they make it, you just unbolt your other stuff, your other brake pedal, and just bolt the new one in. Now there is 2 options. I can do a cable or I can do a hydraulic. I am going to do a hydraulic. That's just me personally. I'm going to do a hydraulic. This way I don't have to fiddle with adjusting the cable, yada, 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 because you guys know as well as I do, I'm going to be having fun with this car for the first little bit that I have it. I'm going to be just ripping through the gears, and I'm just going to have all kinds of fun. Yeah, Cletus McFarland. Yep, I've seen that video. He does do some really wonky stuff with that thing. But yeah, I mean, it's easy to do, I guess, from what I can see. You just got to get the right parts for it. So, if any of you Crown Vic nuts out there who do watch this channel, feel free to drop a parts list somewhere in the comments or email them to me, something. And of course, I'm going to do my own research and figure out what I need and what I don't need. Now, there's two different types of transmissions that I could put in this. It's a T45 or a TR3650. From the little bit of research that I've done, the TR3650 is actually better built than the T45. However, both have their issues. I guess if you're not stuffing so much power into these things, especially the T45s, they'll actually run really well for stock. Except for the synchros. I guess first gear synchro has a lot of problems, or second gear, I'm not sure which one. And then the synchronizers in the 3650 are actually built better. So I'm trying to find one of those transmissions. Sadly, I have not found one in this state. I've called every single junkyard out there. I've called a bunch of used parts places. There's nobody in this state that has one, which really sucks. So, if you guys have junkyards around anywhere, again, it's a TR40 or a T45 and a TR3650 I'm looking for. Either one, I'd rather have the TR3650. However, the T45 will work as well. And it's also got to be a later model. It can't be the early models. They've got to be anywhere from, I do believe it's 99 to 2004. It could be 2000 to 2004. I'm not exactly sure. But it's got to be the newer models. It can't be the older ones, I guess because of a speedometer problem or whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And I also need to figure out the part number for the yoke, because you got to have a different slip yoke for the transmission. And I think it's a hybrid. What is it? A hybrid freaking U-joint? I'm not sure. It's got two different size cups on it or something. So I don't know the part number for it. As far as the flywheel goes, I think I ran across one video. One guy said that he got one for, what was it, like a early 2000s model F-150 with a 5-speed and a 4.6. Got the flywheel for that, and I guess the clutch was the same way. So I mean, I could slap those together, I guess, and see what happens. You know, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I need to. There's a lot of parts I need to get part numbers for, so I can get all the parts, take it somewhere, and have either take a weekend and do it, or take it to somebody who can do it, because you guys know this place. I can't do major work like that here. But everybody else can, right? Stupid. So that's my game plan there. As far as the RV goes, the RV is done. We're not even gonna try it anymore. It's not so much of a money issue. It's not so much of a time issue. It's the space and the place to work on an issue is what we're having. So if you guys are interested, spread the word. I'm kind of looking for what I paid for it. I paid $1,300 for it. There is a couple of things I am going to do to it before I sell it. I need to get the fuel back up to the engine, which the tank is way in the back. And so that's going to take a little bit to get fuel back up to the engine. I'm going to put an electric pump in to prime it, or to help bring fuel up to the engine, or at least up to the mechanical fuel pump, and then let the mechanical fuel pump do the rest. Because it has a bad tendency, if it sits for a couple days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever, all the fuel will go from the float bowls down to the mechanical fuel pump and then flow all the way back to the tank and empty all the lines out. And it'll take forever to get the fuel back up to the engine. And then there's another thing I need to do too. It drives okay. The steering's a little bit sloppy, but it's an 84. What do you expect? There's one more thing I need to do. I need to figure out what wire comes from the alternator to charge the batteries. That's the only thing left that I have to do. Now, as far as all the material that I bought for it, all the 2x2s, the foam board insulation, and other stuff that I had gotten for it to kind of redo, it will come with it. I'm going to leave it with the RV, so this way you guys can do whatever you want with it, whoever decides to buy it. And believe it or not, cruise control on that thing actually works. It's kind of finicky to get going, but it actually works. Supposedly it has a full tank. Now, when me and the wife were screwing around with the thing, we were trying to figure it out, and she tapped the tank with a screwdriver, and she looked at me and she goes, "It's full." I'm like, oh, so this gas gauge is right. So we bought it with a full tank of gas, and it never really moved that much. And I do believe it's a 60-gallon tank. It could be a 40. I'm not sure. I think it's a 60. Because when those things were made, those things had, what was it? Different options that you can put in it. Cruise control was one of them. You could get the upgraded fuel tank for it, and that was a 60-gallon from a 40-gallon. So, I'm not sure. Really, what is this comment? VOM.RED. Well, how's it going there, Dennis? Welcome to the channel. So you're the new subscriber. Awesome. I was just talking about you. I am glad you're here. I don't know if you've actually rewound the video, the live or not. But either way, welcome to the channel. There's a great group of people in this channel, so I'm pretty sure that anything would be. I'm sure if you had any questions or anything, if I can't answer it, sure, somebody could. What kind of mileage can be expected from a standard FRS band? Reaching less than a mile. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clarify something for you real quick before I answer these questions. Okay?
It's like one of those cords, right?
This radio here, you were really confused on it, yes? Okay. I was actually wrong on this radio. Okay? This particular radio has 40 channels, which in all actuality, it only has 22. And the reason of that being is because this thing is programmed for FRS, which FRS has 1 through 22. It used to be 1 through 14 up until 2007. Now it has 22. And from channels 15 to 22, it shares GMRS frequencies, which you do not need a license for. Now, this particular radio can go up to channel 40. Now, beyond channel 22, the reason why it can go up that high is because from the factory, if you look at that little secondary number next to the 4, is privacy things. From the factory, they preset some of the channels, which basically gives you additional channels. Crap. I'm just confusing myself now. But beyond channel 22, it doesn't actually go beyond channel 22 on the FRS or the GMRS, anything. It just has preset privacy tones. This particular model says it can go up to 36 miles. Bull honky.
We can go to the college.
And the reason why I say bull honky, and this actually is gonna answer your questions here. It has to be very perfect conditions, for one. For two, in order to get 36 miles out of something like this, one person would have to be on top of a mountain, the other person would have to be down below in the valley, or actually just below the mountain, and conditions have to be absolutely perfect, no interference, no nothing, and it has to be line of sight. Now, less than a mile, honestly, it depends on the radio. Okay?
That was over a mile.
Depends on the radio, and it also depends on the terrain that you're in. Now, if you're like in the middle of town like me, it'll probably do maybe a mile. Okay, maybe. Now, if you're out in the woods or something like that, it'll probably do about, 2 to 4, maybe 5 miles if you're lucky. Okay, but you still got to understand, these things rely on line of sight. And if there's objects in the way, such as trees, buildings, whatever, you're not going to get very far. It's actually going to cut down on your range. Now, if you were out in the open, like in the desert, you could go, what is it? You could probably go maybe 10 miles. I'm not sure. Again, that depends on conditions and stuff like that. So,
I wouldn't go 0.7 miles.
So again, it depends on the radio, depends on the terrain, depends on, it depends on a lot of factors. It could even atmospheric conditions. Like if you have crap weather around, that's also going to cut down on your stuff. So, and it's not just FRS radios. It's also these radios here. Those actually have a really sensitive thing when it comes to weather conditions, and it's any radio whatsoever. Okay. Will the FCC please send over here? So what is that Cobra model? What's most powerful wattage you can get on FRS? Okay. So the highest wattage on FRS that is allowable by the FCC standards is 2 watts. Now that is from channels 1 through 7. 1 through 7. I do believe what that is. Here. I can actually cheat and look at my Baofeng because I got those programmed in there. Okay, so from channel 8 all the way to channel 14 is half a watt. That's it. So from channel 8 to channel 14 is a half a watt allowable by FCC standards. 15 to 22 is 2 watts, and from... Oh, I gotta look. Hold on. From 1 through 7 is also 2 watts. So if you go to like Walmart or whatever and you pick up a blister pack radio, the highest wattage of these you will ever see is 2 watts. That's it. This one is 1.5 watts. And again, that depends on the channel that you're on. If you're on, let's just say channel 10, that is a low wattage channel only, which is 0.5 watt. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question as well. And this particular model, oh shit. Hang on, let me look. I don't even remember what model this thing is. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, this particular model of this radio here is a RX 385. Model number RX 385. Now they make a better one than this one that will do 2 watts. I don't remember what the model number of it is. Now it claims to do 40 miles. Again, you have to be very perfect conditions and all that fun crap. And the batteries that these Cobra radios come with, I'm going to be totally honest, suck. Okay? They suck. These are it right here. 850 milliamp hours, 1.2 volts, AA, and it's the rechargeable NIMH battery. I think these are the same types of batteries that go in like your cordless phones, even. The same chemical makeup inside of them. It's the same thing. So, honestly, if you're going to get something like this, I would invest in good rechargeable batteries for these. Now, of course, you can run these on regular alkaline batteries too. And they're also USB rechargeable. It's a mini USB. And it also has 2 little lugs down here. And you can set them down on a base charger. Sadly, mine did not come with a base charger. It only came with a USB splitter. That's the only thing it came with. So, I hope that answers your questions on those. Feel free to ask questions though, and if it's something that I don't know, somebody on this channel will be able to tell you or point you in the right direction on what it is. Well, how's it going there, J-Man? Good to see you in here. And I don't understand this. VUR.FYI. What the hell are these things? Are they like freaking porno sites or what? What are they? I don't like that. I see these comments all the time on my channel. I don't get it. I don't understand where these things are coming from. They're stupid little clickbait links and just dumb. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. We're doing actually much better. Except for the wife. She just got over COVID and now she screwed around and got food poisoning. So she's sick again. But luckily food poisoning will pass within, I don't know, a day or two. And Dennis, yeah, don't click. Don't do it. I never do. I just delete them. I live in the great state of Iowa, right in the middle of the freaking country. So I'm surrounded by everything. Mostly cornfields, but as far as states go, I'm surrounded by pretty much everybody. Minnesota is just above me. Missouri's just south of me. Nebraska is west. Illinois is east. So, yeah, I'm Bama. You know, I used to live in Alabama. I miss it down there. I think we were talking about that. I would love to go to Tennessee. I would love to go to Tennessee. Now another thing there, Dennis. Yep. That's another thing about the Great South. Everybody is just absolutely awesome. They love this country. They don't like what the hell is going on in this country. As well, I don't either. I cannot stand what's going on in this country. Current administration, no, not so much. Now, Dennis, another thing you can do also is look into these. These are what they call Baofangs. This is actually a TID radio UV5R. It's the same exact thing as a Baofeng UV5R. These are actually really good. Mine came with the longer antenna. Come with a speaker mic deal. Came with an earpiece. Came with another battery, charging port, or charging station, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, and I couldn't agree with you more. People who do love America are considered domestic terrorists, which I think is completely freaking wrong. Stupid. Just because you love this country doesn't mean, you're just dumb. Yeah, they're really, those Baofeng UV5Rs are really good. Now, if you know how to program them, I use Chirp. Okay. Hell, even my radio came with, what was it? Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. Dennis, that's another thing you will find out about me.
It's like a fish in water.
I'm like a fish in water. Ooh, shiny thing. Yeah. Too complex for me. So, okay. That's exactly what I thought too. And yes, they do work out of the box if you know what frequency to type in. So when you get it out of the box, it's going to be somewhat kind of like that. Okay, bunch of numbers, bunch of this, bunch of that, and you can type in the frequency that you want to go to. Now, if you have a list of frequencies like I do, laying around here somewhere, you can type it in and start talking on that frequency. Now, I do have these frequencies programmed into this. I also have MERS frequencies programmed into this as well. But honestly, I really wouldn't let it scare you, because I thought the same thing. I thought they were going to be too complex. I thought they were going to be just absolutely a nightmare, yada, yada, yada. They're not. They're super, super easy. In fact, the programming thing has more than two knobs. Is too much for me. Technically, it's only got one knob. That's it. One knob. That's your on and off and volume.
I can even work the thing.
My wife can even work the thing, and she knows nothing about radios. Nothing. Absolutely not a daggum thing. And
I know how to sell them.
she can run that Baofeng like it's no tomorrow. Okay, even if it wasn't programmed, she'd be able to run it, no problem. Super simple. Which one? I've shown two. You talking about the Cobra or the Baofeng? And again, on which radio? I mean, there's a couple of them I've shown. The UV5R or the Cobra.
I think he's talking about the Alpha.
Okay. Other. All right. So typically, it depends. It depends on your terrain. These little guys here, in town, like in a town that I live in. Unfortunately, I live in the middle of town. I got a hell of a noise floor here. Yada yada yada. These things here probably, I don't know, mile in town. Now, if you're out in the woods or something like that, and there's no there's no objects between you and the other person, you can get a lot more than that out of it, especially at 1.5 watts. Lugging your rifle around might lose comms. You know what? That's okay. You know, the thing is with comms is they're pretty well expendable. I mean, if you're going out and you're wanting to stay incognito and stuff like that, then I wouldn't take comms with you. That's just me. But as far as, you know, community-wise, I have comms that I'm getting built in the community here. Because I've got a lot of neighbors in this park, the trailer park that we live in. We've got, you know, a lot of the same ideas, a lot of, you know, ways to protect our community, and if we have to bug out, then, you know, we will. Another thing with these, this particular radio here is a 5 watt. Okay. Now, its range would actually be a lot more than one of those. So yeah. You know what? You are right about that in a sense. I mean, it just depends on the situation. I mean, you know, you always got to keep your qualms about everything. Yes, I can tell you're an Alex Jones fan. But yeah, these you'll go further. They do make an actual Baofeng that is like 10 watts now. So that's double the power output what this thing can put out. But I mean, you can go quite a ways with those. Now, as far as these go, oh, Skip's starting to roll in. As far as these go, that also depends on your terrain. That also depends on your height of your antenna and how much power you're pushing. This particular one here is just a 4 watt, well, 5 watt actually. It puts out about 5 watts. Without this on. So it'll go quite a ways actually. Of course, I've got a big base antenna on it. This one will do about 25 watts out maximum, but it is variable. and it's also on a big base antenna. So, again, with any radio, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, what type of radio. It all depends on conditions, terrain, power, type of antenna you got. Everything is accounted for. Okay, I do like the Motorola's. They are expensive, but they are tough. The GMRS band technically is not usable without a without a GMRS license. However, now there's a lot of there's what I'm getting ready to tell you is something that a lot of people need to understand when it comes to shit hitting the fan situation. If there is no communications, let's just say cell phones go down, internet goes down, landlines go down, all that stuff goes down, and all you have left is radios, whether it's base station type, Baofeng, or even something like this. You can talk on any frequency that that's out there. Okay, if it's GMRS and you can hit a repeater from where you're at, if the repeater is still up, use it. Because in an emergency situation, even the FCC clearly states, in an emergency situation, and it's they say if it's a life and death situation and no other communication is available, then you can use pretty much any available frequency that you can tune your radio to. Now, as far as GMRS goes, you can. There is I'm trying to think of the website that you can go to see if there is any repeaters around you. So I'm not sure. I think it's called mygmrs.com. So you can take a look at that, look at your area, see if there is any repeaters around. If there is, you can tune your Baofeng to just listen to that frequency and turn off the ability to key up on it. And you can always shut that off too, to where you can key up on it. J-Man, I have not talked to anybody on FRS. I have heard quite a bit of activity here as of late. Of course, you got a bunch of kids who get radios for Christmas and they like to play around with them, make all kinds of freaking noise, yada, yada, yada. But here lately, I've been hearing, other people, not just kids running around. I have heard activity. I've heard people just talking, just normal talking, like they would be on a cell phone or something. So, yeah, it's, what I'm saying is right now, if I buy a GMRS, is it open to use? Do I have to? Okay. So if you buy an FRS radio, it will share GMRS frequencies from channels 15 to 22. At that point, you do not have to have a license for those. So if you go to Walmart, you pick up like a little radio like this from Walmart, you do not have to have a license for it unless it clearly states on there. There is a radio there at Walmart that does say that you do have to have a GMRS license to use it. Other than that, unless it says on the package, buy it, open it up, charge it, or put batteries in it, however you got it set up, talk. Boom. Done. How's it going, Tim? I hope everything is going well for you. Yeah, I haven't really heard much cussing from these kids. Of course, they don't know how to run radios very well. They key up, start talking, and then let go, make all kinds of freaking noise, yada, yada, yada. It's kind of crazy. Now, late at night, okay, there's a bunch of crackheads that are on these radios as well. It's really, really funny because I think it was, 2-3 weeks ago, dear? Woke up in the middle of the night or something like that, and
Yeah,
there
it
was...
like 3 o'clock in the morning, we were listening to him to tell him to go
Yes,
get bread and
so there was...
arguing over who was doing laundry.
Oh my god. There was 2 people arguing. 3 o'clock in the morning, mind you. I don't remember what channel it was on. I think it was like 2 or 3 or something like that. But they were arguing. Literally arguing over the radio on who was going to go do laundry, who was going to take their laundry on their bicycle, who was going to go get food.
At 3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking to myself, are you kidding me? And these guys started cussing back and forth. Like, they were just raw. What the hell's wrong with you people? And I just about got on my Baofeng because I knew it was going to go much further than those little ones will. I just about got on the Baofeng and said, shut up. That's what I just about said. But, I didn't. I just you know what? This is funny. I'm going back to sleep now. Oh, God, it was crazy.
It went on for a good 2-3 hours.
Yeah, it went on for a good 2-3 hours, and I just started ignoring them. Baofeng makes the 888s. Anyone ever used them? I personally have not. I've actually never heard of them until now. I'll have to go check those out and see what they're like. Ah, cool. That's awesome. I'm glad you're getting back into the new content. Guys, go subscribe to his channel. He's got some pretty good content up. Help his channel grow. He's trying to get himself out there. So guys, go show him some love. Go subscribe to his channel as well. Shane, they have changed the price from what I understand. I haven't looked personally lately. I think they did knock it back to $35 for the GMRS license. Again, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't looked either, so definitely go check it out. I probably will after I get done with this. Go check it out, see if it's dropped down in price. Now, my problem is I don't have any GMRS repeaters around me. I got a bunch of ham repeaters around me. I think it's on 2 meters and 70 sims. That it's a bunch of repeaters around me for. But as far as actual GMRS repeaters, the closest one I have, I do believe, is like 20 miles away or something like that. Yeah, the 40 watt Midland, those are good. Actually, they do make a 50 watt Midland. I'm not sure exactly what model it is, but they do make a 50 watt Midland. And see, what's really awesome about GMRS, yeah, Randy, not a Rubicon. Yeah, he's really, really, really funny. Okay, yeah, and you know what? That could be the reason too, Shane, that I'm not seeing any repeaters around here for GMRS because they're pretty well made them private. Now on my FRS radio on channel 21, I have heard a repeater before on there, so I'm not sure if there is a repeater close by or if conditions were just right that I was picking it up from clear up north. Spec say 2 watt. PMR is half a watt. I'm not even sure what PMR is. I honestly don't know what PMR is. I haven't really looked into it, so, I'm going to be flat out honest. You guys know that I'm flat out honest, so I do not know what PMR stands for. I suppose I could look that up. I mean, I do have another computer here, but it's not fired up right now.
You have a phone too.
Oh, I guess I do have a phone right here. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Check it out. All right. So PMR. What the hell is PMR? What is PMR? Okay, so we're gonna find out.
You have the interweb at your fingertips.
Let's see. PMR radio. What is that? Private mobile radio is what it's called. License exempt 446 megahertz. Yep, that's right. It's available for businesses and and personal use in most countries throughout the European Union. Okay, so PMR looks like it's for the UK and the European side of everything. I think that would be considered their CBs over there. I'm not sure.
You know what? You got somebody in the UK you can ask.
PMR Radio USA. Let's see. It looks like in the US, I think you actually have to have a license for that. Here in the US, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'll have to do more research on it and figure it out, because Okay. So it looks like the PMR radios are not approved for use in the U.S. and Canada.
So they're outlawed.
So from the looks of it, it looks like PMR radios are not approved, but yet I'm looking at another place here that says it requires a license in the United States. I don't know. I've really, really, really got to figure out what the hell this PMR thing really is. 'Cause that would actually be kind of interesting to see if there's anything out there on PMR. Now, license exempt for the 446 megahertz is actually for in the UK and the European sector. Okay, so maybe it's our MERS radio equivalent. You know what, Shane? I don't know. It very well could be. And Dennis, to answer your question, what MERS is, it is a set of frequencies set aside 5 channels. That's it. It is called the multi-use radio service. Okay, anybody can use it. Businesses can use it. People, regular people like you and me can use it. License free. There's 5 channels. Okay, that's it. 5 channels. That's it. I have MERS programmed into my Baofeng, and like I said, 5 frequencies. That's all it is. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna leave that tab open and we'll open up another one. I got like 4 tabs going right now.
I would say if you can figure out how to get my internet to work on my computer, I'd tell you to look up my internet's not working.
Yes. It is limited to 2 watts, but you can have a removable antenna. Unlike FRS. FRS is limited to 2 watts and it cannot have a removable antenna per FCC standards. Okay. So this right here is an FCC approved radio, being that it does 2 watts or under, and the antenna is non-removable, permanent. MERS, let's just say this is a MERS radio. It can have a removable antenna, and it's limited to 2 watts. Oh, excuse me. And the best part about MERS is it's not near as busy as what FRS would be. FRS has got a lot of noise, just because there's so many of the FRS signals floating around everywhere. You're not going to be able to really hear anything, because by the time it gets to you, especially if they're way off in the distance, it's all scrambly and staticky and all that fun crap. No, if you're okay. So in the Baofeng, right, you can program the MERS frequencies in. But if you're wanting to stick with radios like these, there is a special radio out there. It's called a MERS radio. You pick them up anywhere, Amazon. If your local Walmart has them, you can pick those up too. But yeah, you can pick up just MERS radios, call it good, or you can get a Baofeng, program the MERS frequencies into, or if you're gonna go as crazy like me, get a base station VHF UHF programmable radio and program the MERS into it. Now, am I going to be pushing that much? Yes. And yes, height is might. Get a bigger antenna. Okay. All right, Dennis. The difference between MERS and FRS. All right. MERS runs on a VHF, which is anywhere from 136 all the way up to 174 megahertz. Okay, that is your VHF range. Like your UHF, which is on FRS and GMRS and all them, they run on a 400 megahertz all the way up to a 440 megahertz, something like that. I think there's a few of them that actually go a little bit higher than that. Yeah, Baofeng. Oh, I guess I didn't know that. I guess Baofeng makes a dedicated MERS radio. That's pretty cool. I think, what is it? Ridovus or something like that. Somebody out there makes FRS radios. And like I said, the cool thing about MERS radios is really not a whole lot of traffic on MERS. Yep, Dennis, I felt the same exact way when I first got into this hobby. I'm like, holy shit, dude, there is so much crap to take in. I don't even know. I don't know anything. I guarantee you ask questions and you do research, you will learn a whole lot. I've only been doing this crap for a year. Actually, a little over a year. That's it. Just a little over a year. And I've got so much knowledge crammed into my head about, different frequencies, different bands, different this, different that, different radios, which ones are good, which ones are bad. There is a lot of them that I don't know about. Okay, there's a lot of radios coming out nowadays that I know nothing about. I'm just going off of what I have and what I know about them. Yeah. B-Tech makes a lot of them. And Dennis, you can even do just a quick Google search. You can just type in, what is it? MERS radios. Boom. And it should pull up a whole bunch of different radios. And they're, like I said, 5-channel. Simple. Yeah, and Tim is right. If you really get into it and you get your ham license and you get your 2 meter 70 sims, your 40 meter and all that fun stuff, boy, your mind is gonna freaking explode. In an SHST situation, what's best? Okay, now we're getting into the juicy stuff. It depends on where you're at and who you're wanting to communicate with. These radios here, hands down, analog. Okay, I hate to disagree with somebody, but digital, forget it. Done. No. Mm-mm. Analog is going to be the way to go when it comes to shit hitting the fan. So pretty much any analog radio you can get your hands on is going to be able to communicate with people. Even a shortwave radio. Okay, you can get those handheld, no problem. Shortwave radios, AM, FM, weather band, anything that you can hear. Hell, you can even get those little portable radios with telescopic antennas that even pick up CB bands. Okay. Now, my personal opinion, my personal go-to when it comes to shit hitting the fan is CB bands. Okay. That runs on a 27 megahertz frequency. Now, the reason for that being is because if conditions are right, now I just went ahead and stumbled on myself here. If conditions are right, you'll be able to hear, and you'll be able to hear way distant, communications. Okay, like right now, I'm hearing.
Go ahead. You got 433 back from this area. Sounding good. Hey, 519. I got you up here. Yeah.
That is channel 38, lower side.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll say 73 to you, and
I mean, there's some out here that's my city. That's 1-800, Canada's toll-free radio, 1-800.
So, you guys heard that. That is what they call skip conditions. Now, you guys know this. Not everybody knows it, but that's skip conditions. And usually right around this time of night, it comes in, and it comes in hardcore until about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't understand it. I'm not complaining because skip is awesome. You just want comms for your local fighters. Okay, that would be your Baofeng UB5Rs or something equivalent to that. Now, if you're just wanting to just buy something that's already programmed, you don't have to worry about it. FRS or MERS. Those, if I was in your shoes, that would be my go-to. The MERS and FRS would be the way to go. You want some simple, that'd be the way to go. I'm going to borrow my Mako 300. Borrow your Mako 300. I don't even know what a Mako 300 is. Is that a vertical or is that a horizontal? I don't even remember. Crap, what is that? Mako 300 antenna? Yeah, what is a Mako 300? I don't even know what that is. Is that a matching box? Because that's what I'm looking up. Well, those aren't too terribly bad. Oh, hell. On the channel, I'll talk to you a few times on CB 154 Richmond, Virginia. Oh, it's an amp. Oh, a Mako 300. Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, that'd be awesome. The little amp that I have now is shit. It's only producing about 60 watts right now. Shit. It's a little Texas bullwhip modulator is what I got. And I do have what is that? A Texas Star 250, but it's got a lot of issues. And the guy that I got it from is he told me that there was a lot of things wrong with it. But yeah, I mean, if you want me to try it out for you, I can. It would actually go behind the RCI 2950. Of course, I would definitely turn it down to not overdrive the amp, of course. But oh shit, it's a tube amp. Holy hell. Yeah, I mean, if you want me to test it out for you or whatever, then yeah, definitely. Casey, I appreciate it. Yep, I do remember talking to you over there in Richmond, Virginia. Skip is coming in right now. I'm not exactly sure where it's coming from. Of course, I don't have it turned up enough for me to hear it. So, yeah. I'm glad you really like the channel. Definitely spread the word. Randy, he's been on CB since 1976. That's a long time to be on radio. Too heavy to ship. Okay. Well, let's see. Damn, Tim, you've been in radio since 1985? What the hell? Too heavy to ship. Jesus Christ, how heavy is that thing? That's a tube amp, so I would imagine it'd probably be pretty heavy, but damn, I didn't think it'd be that heavy. Redivis, from what I understand, is a very, very good radio. Look up on YouTube for Redivis reviews. There's a couple of guys in particular, Farpoint Farms on YouTube. Go check him out. He's done a couple of Redivis reviews. Not a Rubicon is another one that's done a Redivis review. There's a few more out there. Do some searching on YouTube for Redivis stuff. So, yeah, from what I hear, they're really, really good radios. I don't have any of them personally. I would like to get some to try them out, do some range tests, torture tests, yada, yada, yada. But right now, I don't really have the money for that. So... You know, it'd be really nice, guys, if I were to start getting, like, companies to start sending me their stuff to test it out and whatnot. That would be awesome. But, unfortunately, no luck so far. You guys, to anybody who's new on this channel, I also do tool reviews for Hart Tools. Okay, and believe it or not, these are Walmart. However, they are made by the same company that makes Ryobi, I do believe, and Milwaukee. So you're getting basically Milwaukee stuff for a fraction of the price. And they're starting to come out with more brushless stuff now. And it's 2 amp hour batteries. They seem to hold up really well. I've got a whole bunch of these 2 amp hour batteries. I've got like 4 amp hour batteries. You guys go check out my videos on product reviews. It's in the playlist. I've done quite a few product reviews on these. So I'm really hoping that one day the company will be like, hey, I have this product. Would you be interested in testing it out for us and giving it a review? I would love that. But right now, I think it's because my channel is just too small and they don't feel that they would get the right amount of views for that. So maybe as this channel grows, maybe I'll start getting a little bit more looked at for reviews. That would be cool. So you guys keep your fingers crossed that I will be able to start getting stuff like that. Tim. I am too a tool. Alright. So, like I said, hopefully one day I will start getting stuff sent to me from companies for me to review for them. That would be great. I've tried reaching out to Hart Tools and they just ignore me. So hopefully here soon they'll start looking into it more. Redivis would be another one that I would like for them to have me do some reviews on. Cobra, pretty much anybody who does radio stuff, tool stuff, and just just different things. That would be awesome. Holy hell, 1K on sideband, 1 kW on sideband. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of Dark Mark 10. Wow, that's just awesome. So you guys keep your fingers crossed that maybe I will be able to get something here soon, I hope. Wow. Tell you what, that's a whole hell of a lot of power. Yeah, you know what? I know everything is a freaking mess. My studio is in my room. So right now it's a total mess. And the way I have my desk, it's kind of showing everything. Oh my god. I'm trying not to show everything, but it's kind of hard to do when we just got a bigger house and we're still organizing. So hopefully that stuff back there will not be there very much longer. I do, however, have a fridge right behind me. It's for my snacks. Ah, yes. Limited on where you can put an antenna or whatever. Yep. Usually when I do product reviews and stuff like that, I'm not in here. I don't have this in the background. It's actually been quite a while since I've done a product review. I know, let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've gotten recently that I need to do a product review on. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of how I would come anywhere close to creating a backdrop or something. I don't know. Because I've got a floor vent right here next to me, so that'd be kind of hard to do if I put like a sheet or something up to make it look more professional. Right now I'm this behind me, now that Dennis has mentioned that, I actually didn't pay attention, to be honest. Now that I'm looking at it, it's like, oh shit, all kinds of freaking clothes that need to be put away and yada yada yada. Eek. All right. Hopefully in the next few days we'll get that taken care of. Like I said, the wife is sick. I work every day, so sometimes it's kind of hard to do. Yes, Randy. I'm getting back into the CB radio. There's actually a lot more traffic out there now. It's actually pretty nice. just a year ago when I started this hobby, there really wasn't that much action on there. Now it's just constant, especially when conditions are right. You know, the radios are lighting up like Christmas trees. For my sideband radio, the 2950DX is what I'm running. I do not have an amplifier behind it. I do, however, have a Texas bullwhip modulator behind the Cobra 19 Plus. I do have an Antron 99. The mics that I use are just the regular, stock mics. And I've had pretty good luck with those. There is a desk mic that I do have. That's for that Johnson. Let's see the radios. Okay. Yep. Get this set back up here and. All right. Here we go. All right, Tim. You have yourself a good one there, Tim. We will talk to you later. Okay. So here's the first one. This is a scanner. It's my grandpa's old Realistic Pro 2003. Unfortunately, the display went out again. Well, hopefully it'll come back. It's been going out here recently. I think the display is actually going out in it. And stupid camera. There we go. This is the Johnson Messenger. 23 channel AM. Comes with the desk mic. It does work. I don't have the antenna box switched to this right now. So it works pretty well. And of course, I've got one Cobra. Okay, you guys just seen how it went past channel 22 and it started doing all kinds of wonky stuff with the little numbers. That's the quote-unquote extra channels. So I got one FRS radio here, the other FRS radio there. Of course, I got the Baofeng. This little guy back here, ooh, there, I'm knocking everything over, jeez. This little radio here, as soon as this stupid camera focuses for me, come on. There we go. This little guy here is one of the first FRS radios I've ever had. It's just a little 2-channel. I do believe it's like channels 1 and 8. And it's so old that the rubber disintegrated up here. But it still works. Okay. And then, of course, the power supply to power everything. There's the Texas bullwhip modulator. The meter. Let's turn on a light. Well, I tell you what, this camera is just screwing with me hardcore today. Come on, you pile. There we go. There's the Midland SWR meter. Down below here is the Cobra 19. Yes, my camera is mirrored. This is on AM only. This is attached to the big stick. Right here is the RCI 2950DX. Oh, and a little addition. You guys can see I got little strip light, little LED strip light back behind there. And then up here is the ICOM 720A. Oh. And right back there is the 40 channel handheld. Sorry guys, the freaking camera was really acting up. Oh, you know how to sneak a second ground rod in, huh? Nice. I was thinking just go underneath the house, but I mean, if you got another plan, then hell yeah. Boy, this camera sucks. Jesus. Oh, Dallas. Oh boy, you missed a whole bunch. Where did you leave off at? This way I can kind of figure out, get you up to speed here. So that's the current radio setup I have. I did have, oh shit, I did have a what is it, a Road Talker 40. Okay, so Dallas, I'm going to go ahead and get Dallas up to speed here. Basically, Dennis was asking a bunch of questions about FRS radios. What would be, or basically what the over channel 22 actually means instead of what I thought it was. So I was correcting myself on that, and all of us were trying to kind of explain to him a little bit what FRS is, what MERS is, what radios are out there. Redibus is a good one. I just got done showing my setup of what I have here. Thank you, J-Man. I'm glad you like it. I like it too. And as you guys see, I have more space above me for the other two radios that I do want, that I am going to be hooking up once I get them. And of course, all the whatnot. Live in a mobile home, drill you a hole in the floor. You know what? That's actually a really good idea. I mean, believe it or not. Now, this section that I'm in is actually an addition to the trailer house. The trailer house is right here. This is the addition. Now, when you look at this place on the outside, it doesn't even look like a trailer, because the additions are like right there, all over it. So that's pretty cool. There is plenty of space. I could drill a hole. Could drill a hole probably somewhere behind my desk, run some ground cables in, or ground wires in, or whatever. That would be cool. That's actually a really, really, really good idea. That's awesome. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll definitely have to look into that. But basically, you really didn't miss a whole bunch, except for just kind of showing what radios are out there. What in the hell is up with all these freaking comments, man? The FYI comments and shit. Do not click them, guys. They are... I don't understand why these... The VRO.NGO, the VUR.FYI. You guys don't click on them. Just don't. I don't understand why they're even allowed. Tell you what. Randy, to answer your question, I paid $250 for the icon. I got it from a good friend of mine. And I think I got it, what was it, 4 or 5 months ago? I'm not sure. Yeah, I paid $250 for it. And the guy that I got it from actually gave me some other radios on top of that. Just like when I bought the RCI 2950, also bought that from him too. And he gave me like 9 radios on top of that, and that Johnson Messenger was one of them. So it was really, really good. Yeah, definitely don't hit a pipe. Yeah, that's for sure. I did notice last time I was underneath the house, there is a ground wire going from the frame of the trailer down somewhere. I didn't quite follow it, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think there is an extra ground rod somewhere out back here. Yeah, definitely. FYI, get out of here. An NGO also, get out of here. Nobody wants your guys' crap in here. Go away. And the funny thing is, I've noticed that my views will go up, those comments will happen, and then my views will drop back down. So there's bots, I guess, coming through, getting in, pretending that they're watching, put those stupid little links up, and then go away. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know where that extra ground wire is going. It'd be interesting to see. I think I might go ahead and check that out maybe tomorrow. Might get under there. Well, I don't know. It's supposed to be pretty wet. The snow's been melting. It got up to almost 50 degrees here today. When what? Just over the weekend, it was like freaking 2 degrees. If that, for a daytime high, Lord have mercy. No wonder why everybody's getting sick. Excuse me. I'm going to plug this little radio back in, so it can sit up there and monitor like it usually does. Wow. Dude, I've actually seen a lot of that. A lot of subscribers are losing their channels because of their political beliefs. And honestly, I don't really spill it too much. Now, if I was talking to you guys privately, like over the phone or text message or even over email or something like that, then I will. But a lot of you guys know my beliefs on all that, so I don't even, a lot of times I don't even mention it here. I used to do rant videos, but that has since been pushed off to the back burner. I wasn't getting nowhere, so I decided to go take a different direction. And that was doing product reviews and CB radio stuff. Stuff like that. And I like I said, I try not to say anything about it because of that fact. I've been doing really good about building this channel the way it is, and I don't want to screw it up, so I try to keep that stuff to a minimum. Yeah, I'll say something every once in a while, but I don't get into it. I don't do the whole rant thing here anymore. I used to. Let's see. Oh, Lord. All right. So currently here where I live, it is 39 degrees here. 30 freaking 9. So yeah, it got up pretty good today. I guess tomorrow's supposed to be 42. Wow. And looks like Friday it's supposed to snow again. Last time I looked at the forecast, they're calling for anywhere from 6 to 10 inches here of snow. And that's going to happen on Friday, I guess. And then they're talking about ice on Saturday. It's like, good Lord. Speaking of backup stuff, I do have my batteries hooked up in the shed with an inverter, just the 400 watt inverter. I do not have the solar panels up just yet. I am going to try to hold out until spring, but if I absolutely have to, it will not be hard. All I got to do is throw them up on the roof, run some wires, and hook up a charge controller, and boom, done. The hard part's pretty well done. I've got, like I said, I've got the batteries in there hooked up to an inverter ready to go. They are not on a trickle charger. I should probably go get a trickle charger next time I get paid and just have that trickle charger going just to make sure. But until I do get the panels up and going and operational. And that's another thing for all you guys, all you newcomers in here. I also do solar. I do solar alternative energies. I haven't really messed with it lately because I kind of ran out of time, and at that point I kind of ran out of money to be continuing on with that. I did make I think it was on my old channel, I did make a wind turbine out of a ceiling fan. Can you believe that? A ceiling fan. Yes, I know. Some of you guys are probably laughing at me right now. A ceiling fan? Really? Yes. I even took the blades and put them on the motor and stuck it outside in the wind. Worked pretty good for a little bit. Till it got too fast and then blew the damn blades apart, and of course. So the theory is there. I just haven't, done too much with it since. I do kind of want to get into it again. I do want to get some more panels, better panels than what I have. I also want to get a residential wind turbine, and I've actually seen quite a few wind turbines out there that can produce, they claim like 300-400, but I've seen them things produce 5 to 6, maybe 700 watts at one point. So, the fact that they can produce that much, hell yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking into that as well. I got a lot of plans, but I wish I was a millionaire, because then I could get all these plans done and have all kinds of content for you guys. But unfortunately, it's just going to take time, and lots of budgeting. That's for sure. But it'll come. I mean, I don't think those wind turbines are very much anymore. I mean, last time I looked at them, they were like $400 for something like that, the whole setup. I think they've since went down in price. I'm not sure. So, and we get a lot of wind here in Iowa too, so it would be kind of a no-brainer. I would be priceless in a bug-out community. Well, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to toot my own horn here, because I'm not better than anybody else. things. Okay, there's a lot of shit that that people have knowledge over that I don't, but I do have some knowledge that I can actually put forth to a bug out situation. You know, I mean, look, I've got communications, I've got backup power, I've got hell. I'm even working on a way to power an engine off of hydrogen. Okay, there's a lot of freaking, oh my god, there's so much safety crap that I have to put into place when it comes to that, because I really don't want to die anytime soon. I'm sure you guys don't either. So there's a lot of things I still got to work on that I'm having in my head. So every proper community needs the technical guy. I don't know shit about that stuff. I can barely work my vape. Yeah, I mean, there is certain things that I can do, and then there's certain things that I can't. You know, I just, again, I don't toot my own horn. You guys know this. All of my subscribers who constantly watch this channel, constantly do, you know, everything they can to help this channel grow, which I do appreciate, by the way. They know that I'm not, you know, a genius by all means. However, I also know, or they also know, that I don't toot my own horn either. I share the knowledge that I have, and I go from there. And just like I showed you guys earlier, the FRS radio deal, I was wrong about that video, and I admitted it. You know, and that comes from a lot, or that's saying something a lot about a person if they can admit when they're wrong. Okay, I was wrong on that. I really was. I was completely friggin' wrong. And the fact that, you know, somebody pointed it out, and I got to looking it up and stuff like that, and I wasn't saying that I wasn't trusting their judgment or anything. I just wanted to know. I wanted to do the research myself, also just to make sure that everything was good. And hell, he was right and I was wrong. But it says a lot about a person when you can admit when you're wrong. So, I mean, that's the thing there. I've always wanted to live in Tennessee. I did live in Alabama. And, J-Man, you know. Oh, shit. When I was in high school, I lived in Alabama. Yeah, when it comes to vaping, I've tried vaping. I can't do the vaping. I can't. I for some reason, I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. I don't think these give me the nicotine. Now, depending on my stress level, I will go through a pack of these in one day. Sometimes a pack and a half a day. Again, depending on my stress level. If I'm not so stressed or anything, one pack is going to last me about 3-4 days. So, I mean, it just depends on what I'm going through. And a lot of these guys in this channel know what's going on in my personal life. Not here, but in my personal life. They know what's going on, and they totally understand. And that's what I'm saying to you, Dennis, is that there's a lot of people that's on this channel that are extremely, extremely good people. And, you know, they're like me. They have the mindset, hey, I'm going to do this, you know, and everybody gives each other suggestions. Now, whether somebody follows through with it or not, that's up to them, and we're not going to get mad about it. You know, and that's the way it should be. You know, the whole radio deal, okay? If there's something that somebody doesn't know, kind of like you, Dennis, you were asking a whole bunch of questions. If I can't answer them, somebody else in this channel can. And if they don't know, then they can point you in the right direction to go look, or even ask somebody. But yeah, I mean, it's. Let's see. Was vaping 32 grams of nicotine? See, now I have smoked 2 packs a day, and that's when I was going through my divorce and all that fun stuff. I was smoking a lot. Of course, I was drinking a lot too at that point. I mean, who wouldn't? I was drunk at that point. Never did anything stupid to go in jail, but hey, let's see. Yeah, I would love to move back to the South again. Everybody down in the South, they just seem to be so much better. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody in this state is nose up in the air and a bunch of assholes, but there is a good majority of people in this state who don't give a shit about nobody else but themselves. And they like to stick their nose up in the air because they think that they're just better than everybody else. Well, I've had to correct a few people since I've lived up here and said, hey, you're not better than everybody else. Nobody's better than anybody else. Yeah, you got areas of expertise versus somebody else, but that doesn't make you better than anybody else. And they just stuck their nose up in the air and was like, screw you too, dude. No. I'm tired of that. I can't stand that. And I've been back up here in the state of Iowa since 2007, somewhere around in there. I do believe is what that was. 2007. I lived in North Carolina at that time. Moved back here in 2007. And then moved to Alabama for a few months. Got down on my luck. Couldn't find a job anywhere. Nothing. So I moved back up here. And I don't remember when the hell that was. I do know that I was married to my ex-wife at that point. I moved back up here and been up here ever since. I think you were asking if it gets hot up here. Yeah, actually it does. The humidity up here, believe it or not, you would think that the humidity would be much, much less up here. It's not. It's actually very comparable to Alabama, which really kind of sucks because summer times here, it's just, Jesus Christ, it's just crazy. It's like to live in the South, in case you forgot. Take a hot shower, don't dry off. You know what? It still gets that way up here. Believe it or not, it still does. It's crazy. You wouldn't think that it would be that hot up here and that humid up here, but it gets that way over the summer. It's insane. It seems that Dennis has retracted all of his comments. What the hell? So I don't know what's going on with Dennis's comments, but every single one of them are retracted. What's going on? Is there something going on with YouTube or something, or what? This Dennis guy, all of his comments are being retracted. Message retracted. Every single one of them. I don't get it. What's going on here? Oh, looks like it stopped.
You'll see it.
Well, oh, yep, there goes the rest of them too. They're gone. What's going on here? So Dennis, I don't know if you're still in here, but all your comments are disappearing. They're leaving. Message retracted. Every single one of your comments have that now. Does anybody know what that means? Because I have no clue. Yeah, every single one of them. I'm going back through the history right now. Retracted, retracted, retracted. Here, I'll show you guys. Look at this. Message retracted. Message retracted. All of his comments are gone. What, did YouTube boot him out or what? And these ones here are the ones that I was talking about earlier. Those stupid link things. Oh, there's some. I wonder what's going on. Huh. Okay, well, his earlier ones, hey guys, new sub, that one's still there. But basically from that point on, they're all gone. Every single one of them. What's going on here? Yeah, I don't know either. That's weird. The first few are still there. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So now... Huh. I wonder if he unsubscribed or something. What the hell's going on here? Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this. Those few comments that were there are now gone now. They're just gone. Every one of his are gone. How much do you want to bet he unsubscribed? That's what I'm starting to think. This stupid camera. I don't know. Wonder, was it something I said maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I guess getting back to it. Oh, so J-Man, you live on the Florida-Georgia line. That's awesome. Yep, I'll bet he unsubscribed. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Jeez, that was just weird. I've never seen that before. So, I guess. But anyway, I know I was supposed to make this live short, just cut to the chase and be done with it, but Here it is, 2 hours in. Never fails. Every single time I'm on live, I'm always on here for about 2 hours because I'm having fun interacting with you guys, and I don't have a problem with that. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube either, Gerald. But every single one of Dennis Scott's comments are now gone. It says message retracted on here. So I have no clue what the hell's going on. I don't know if he unsubscribed, if he deleted them all, or if YouTube deleted them all. I don't know. Have a good night, J-Man. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm about to do the same thing. I'm about to just cut this thing and head out for the night. I got to go to work in the morning, so that's a really good idea. So anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. 2 hours and 10 minutes in. Jeez. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys. I always enjoy interacting with my subscribers. It's awesome. You guys are phenomenal. Again, if there's something that I get wrong on a radio or frequencies or what they're supposed to do, let me know in the comments and I will correct myself. It's not a big deal, as you guys have seen. You guys got to see the radio set up live. It's pretty cool. Well, how's it going, RC man? Oh, okay. I see. I was like, oh my god, what the hell happened to all of his comments? They're gone. It was just really weird that all your comments decided to leave. Oh, I know. The surveillance state. I get it. I get it. And that's why I don't get into what I'm fully doing. I mean, I'll give little hints here every now and again. Other than that, yeah, I usually just talk about radios and what kind of other discoveries I've made, and different antennas, setups. Yeah, cold, huh? Nice. Yeah, it's okay here. Man, that's so freaking stupid links, man. What the hell? Jesus. But, well, maybe someday I will have something set up somewhere that is secure. Well, probably not over the internet, I'm sure. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to reach you guys on the radio or something, and then, be able to discuss a little bit more in depth of what I have planned for said situations, and then go from there. So, anyway, I am going to go ahead and go to bed, guys. I'm tired. It's like 9:30 here. Yep, I will let her know. Hopefully this food poisoning thing will go away. Oh, speaking of food poisoning, guys, just don't trust DoorDash. Don't do it. The roommate that we have here, she likes to order DoorDash. I guess it took an hour for the food to get here, so now she's got food poisoning from that. So yeah, stupid. Dennis, I don't even have Facebook. I got rid of Facebook because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like how they track everybody, yada yada yada. So, but anyway, guys, you guys have yourselves a good night. We will definitely talk to you again. I'm not going to get to the video tonight on the actual video for that FRS radio. I'm not going to get it edited tonight. Probably tomorrow when I get off work. So, yep, Gerald, we'll talk to you later. I'll get on Zello for a few minutes before I go to sleep. Video a few weeks back. I don't know what video you're talking about, Dennis. But anyway, guys, we will see you later. I am going to go ahead and sign off here for the night. Dennis, if you want, go ahead and email me. My email is in my about section on the channel, so go ahead and email me there, and we'll talk a little bit more. So, all right. We'll say 73s. Have a good night, guys.